Scott Schingler with a one-shot lead. There are a few other golfers on the course, but there are 4 others that are 1 shot off the pace. And I mentioned earlier, 10 other golfers who are 4 shots off the pace at 1 under par, to include 4-time champion Jay Woodson. And we will have much more on this year's State Open Championship coming up later today on CBS 6, the CBS 6 News at 7 o'clock. We'll have a special recap of the State Open of Virginia coming up tonight at 7:15. We got some young fans here watching the golf here at Independence, but we're going to also talk about the WNBA. The Friday night showcase is taking place on Ion tonight, but one they knew plenty about in the Maury Commodores, not the one Lionel Richie was a part of, but Maury knocked off top-ranked Holland Springs last week in a rematch of last year's Class 5 state title game. This week, they had a chance to erase some history with Dinwiddie, namely scoring against the Generals. Maury was shut out in both of their previous meetings with Dinwiddie back in the early 80s. In fact, it was their first meeting between the two since 1983. The second Sunday of May is Mother's Day, a chance for sons and daughters to give flowers and to say thank you to the person that gave us the one gift we could never repay back. I personally want to wish a happy Mother's Day to 3 very important and special women. First, to my number one, my mom, Andrea. The appreciation I have for everything you do and continue to do for me and my family is unwavering. This probably is not said enough, but the things you said to me growing up when I was the know-it-all teenager was 100% right and will never be questioned again. Being a single mom in Petersburg had its challenges, but you handled it with love, determination, and class, and I have no idea how you did it. Thank you for being my mom and the Tucker's Nana, and the next milkshake from Whataburger is definitely on me. CBS 6 Sports here at the Robinson Center for tonight's first meeting of the Capital City rivalry between Richmond and VCU. The Rams, who have a share of first place in the Atlantic 10 with Dayton and St. Louis, have won 4 straight and 9 of their last 10, while the Spiders are a game back of those 3 schools for the top spot in the standings and are 9-1 this season at home. A national audience will get the opportunity to see 2 of the better players in the conference in VCU's Ace Baldwin, who is described as the straw that stirs the drink for the Rams, and Richmond's Tyler Burton, who is second in the conference in scoring at just under 20 points per game.
Sports anchor Sean Robertson joins us now with the latest. Sean.
Today, a lot of Commander fans did not expect to happen, but it is taking place. An ownership group led by billionaire Josh Harris, along with NBA Hall of Famer Magic Johnson, have reached an agreement to buy the Washington franchise from owner Dan Snyder. 10 schools from the Richmond area will have new head coaches on the sidelines this year. Some will be their first head coaching job ever, and then some will be at a new program, but all are looking to make an impact with their respective schools. Last year, there were more Thursday games on our schedule than we could remember, and it's not because they wanted to add an extra game or extra day of games to the schedule. It was because of the shortage of officials, not only across this region, but across the country. And a quick update on the camp schedule. The Commanders will hold their 3rd of 12 open practices Saturday morning as part of the league's initiative Back Together Saturday. The gates will open at 8 a.m. and the practices will start at 9. Saturday will also be busy here at Richmond Raceway and the Action Track. The track will have the Cup Series practice at 12:35 and qualifying at 1:20 for Sunday's Cookout 400. Peanuts, popcorn, and you cannot forget about those squirrely fries. Those are so good. All classic ballpark snacks to munch on during 9 innings of baseball. But this year, there are some new treats that you can only find at the Diamond.
Natsy and Natasha are here with us at the Park RVA. They're going to help us reveal one of the newest concession items, Shawnee. Introducing the Big Dill Dog. It combines a hot dog with an entire dill pickle, and Stotzy loved it.
Lane, along with Steve Bales, the director of food and beverage for the Flying Squirrels, and Trey Wilson, the director of communication, will show us some of the other new ballpark snacks that you can enjoy at the Diamond during the 2023 season. Josh Harris and his ownership group met with the DC media, along with fans of the team who have been waiting for someone to replace Dan Snyder for years. A key person in Harris's group is NBA Hall of Famer Magic Johnson, the 5-time NBA champ, won as a player, and hopes to do the same as part of the Commanders' new ownership group.
Because I don't invest in sports teams for ego. I invest to win.
Yes, invest to win. Julian Leland, right now it's the calm before the storm. In about 2 hours, as you mentioned, this field is going to have a bunch of players on it with the Richmond Kickers and Cleveland SC meeting in the second round of the U.S. Open Cup, or the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, a tournament that the Richmond Kickers are no strangers to. This will be their 23rd appearance in this event, having won the championship back in 1995. Those who follow VCU basketball were quietly concerned if the Penn State job became available that Mike Rose would eventually take it, given his ties to the area. Those fears became a reality this afternoon when he officially accepted. According to reports, Rose will get a 7-year deal worth $25 million total to be the Nittany Lions' new head coach. He compiled a 129-61 record in 6 seasons with the Rams, to include 2 A-10 regular season titles, a conference championship this past year, and 3 NCAA tournament trips. As you know, Rose is a Pennsylvania native, grew up about 2 hours from the Penn State campus, and was the Division III National Player of the Year. The Nittany Lions are coming off their first NCAA tournament appearance since 2011. Now, Coach Rose released a statement on his Twitter account saying, and quote, "My family and I want to thank you for 11 awesome years. It was a dream come true to coach with so many special, talented, and passionate players and coaches. Thank you to all the students and the Peppers for showing and being loud. Study hard, laugh a lot, follow your dreams, and make as many friends as you can. It's all about your journey. Enjoy it." Close quote. Now, the Rams are in the market for a new head coach now, and one name that has surfaced is Ryan Odom. Odom is currently the head coach of Utah State and took the Aggies to the NCAA tournament, where they lost in the first round to Missouri. But Odom is incredibly familiar with the Mid-Atlantic, having grown up in Charlottesville when his father was an assistant coach at UVA. He was the head coach at Maryland-Baltimore County when they upset top-seeded UVA in the first round of the tournament back in 2018. Out of the 259 players that were selected in this year's draft, only one grew up here in the Richmond area. Former Manchester standout Trey Clark will carry the banner from this year's class of players from the Old Central region that will be in the league. Tonight, Clark is under the Sunday spotlight as he looks to take a bite out of the NFL. It seemed like destiny for Trey Clark to be drafted by Arizona.
People that's close to me, they ask me, man, what team you think you're going to go to? You know, I always say I was going to go to Arizona.
A quick postscript: Clark's first opportunity to wear an NFL jersey will be on hold before a good reason. He will miss the Cardinals rookie camp this weekend for his college graduation in Louisville. Clark said the team did not want him to miss the chance of walking across the stage to receive his degree. Live at the Siegel Center from Richmond Raceway. That's the story here from City Stadium. That is the latest here from the Robbins Center. And that's the story here from VSU. Here from Independence Golf Club, I'm Sean Robertson along with Tucker. We'll have more CBS 6 News back in Richmond right after this.